Hi everybody, this is the baseball head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, and welcome back to baseball. I hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So we're back here again talking about Juan Soto. We've got actually a pretty big update here. An insider works for the NewJersey.com, covers the Yankees. Was on with the residents at the insane asylum today on Saturday, discussing what's going on with Soto, and he said that the Red Sox, well, there's a couple of things. Here's the first thing. The Yankees have supposedly offered about $550 million. Now, I think most of us think, that's not going to cut it. Not with this particular player. And the money that we've been talking about here on this channel and everywhere else, that contract's not gonna cut it. And supposedly this was the second offer, so it didn't even reach. What was the first offer? I mean, what was the first offer with the Yankees? So this is what we learned this past week: is the Yankees upped their offer, but they don't have the highest offer apparently, and that the Red Sox are a major player. And I'll have percentages. Been thinking about what the percentages is. I still believe, we'll get into the Mets. So the Mets are still there. Going to Randy Miller. His name's Randy Miller. Works for and he covers the Yankees. So he would have a pretty good idea of what's going on. Also, the Yankees aren't going to get a discount just because Soto played with them this past year. I didn't think that he was going to give them a discount. He did not give his original team, the Nationals, a discount when they offered him $440 million 2 years ago. So why would he do that now? You know what's so bizarre about this thing with the Red Sox? Folks, the thing with the Red Sox is wanting Soto is they had Mookie Betts, okay? Mookie's had said reportedly that he would have taken the money, the $325 million he got from the Dodgers, to stay with the Red Sox. He said he wanted to stay with the Red Sox, but the Red Sox didn't want to offer him any money. So a few years later, you bring in a guy that you're going to double the amount of money that you're going to give, that you would have given Mookie. And he's a homegrown guy, and you know what you're getting out of him. I mean, it's a very bizarre kind of way to run your franchise. And they still have the same ownership group, even though they had changes within their front office and the manager's different. They still have the same ownership. So it's very bizarre that they were so willing not to give Mookie all that money, but now they're going to give Juan Soto that money a few years later. It doesn't make any sense. And I would mention that the Red Sox got nothing for him. They got nothing for Mookie. Basically, all those players are gone out. They can't even run in the major leagues. Maybe somebody might be the minors at this point. Who knows? But all those players turned out to be nothing. And they saw Mookie win 2 World Series with the Dodgers. Now, the word is I keep had to go off on this tangent. The Dodgers, I think, are probably the third team. There's a third team involved. But like I said, Randy Miller of NewJersey.com said that the Red Sox are there, right there. He believes there's 3 teams in on it. He believes the Mets are in on it. The Red Sox are in on the third team. I think the third team's the Dodgers, to be honest with you. Or as we're going to start to call them the tax Dodgers. The luxury tax Dodgers, because that's what they're sort of becoming. They're taxing the dodging the tax that they've been sort of, deferring all this money. They don't want to pay the heavy tax that they would be getting. So they just defer the money. Plus, they keep payroll at a reasonable level and bring in big players and big players and big players and kick that money down the line with the next ownership group that's going to take over and have to deal with a big mess there at the end of that all those years. But where does this leave the Mets? If you're a Mets fan, where does this leave the Mets? I still think the Mets are the favorites because the Mets are willing to go the extra mile. Steve Cohen, as you know, owns the 1986 Game 6 baseball. He spent millions of dollars for that baseball. Long before anybody knew, long before he even bought the team. He has that baseball. And why I bring that up is he is willing to go above and beyond to own something and to have something. He I predicted 3 years ago that the Mets are going to sign Max Scherzer. And I made a prediction that, and it was blown before anybody else did. I made a prediction that they were going to sign him for $110 million. He gave him $30 million more than he probably needed to get the player. And, as you know, 2 years ago, 2 off seasons ago, he spent a ton of money bringing all these players back. Brought Nimmo back. He brought Verlander in. He, re-signed Edwin Diaz. Spent a ton of money. This last year, he didn't spend any money. This year, I expect him to spend a lot of money this year. And really, everything's been held up to a certain degree. The Soto signing. Now, Soto, I believe, is going to be looking for the most money. Word about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, the Mets were willing to go and spend an extra $50 million to whoever the top offer is. So if the Red Sox, for instance, over $650 million, the Mets will give him, according to reports, $700 million. That, holy crap, Batman. That's a lot of money. But that's how this owner looks at this club, is he wants to win a World Series. You need elite players to win, okay? It doesn't matter what the money is. I mean, I don't care. It's not my money. It's not my money. And really, it's not your money. You don't have to go to the ballpark. You want to watch the games. You want to listen to the radio. Listen to the radio is pretty much free. You want plug it into your, if you have a phone, or listen to it on your phone or whatever. But so it's not really our money. So I don't get too worked up if an owner wants to spend a lot of money, but you want to win. This is a winning player. He's won World Series before. He does everything really well as a hitter. Is he perfect? No. I would mention, people have mentioned to me, wow, he doesn't run. Well, Mike Piazza didn't run. Wow, he doesn't he doesn't steal bases. No. You can be a lousy, slow run and still steal bases. He's not a good defensive player. Well, Mike Piazza wasn't either. But he can win. We saw that this past year. He helped the Yankees get to the World Series. And as a rookie, he got the Nationals to the World Series too. On batting top, there's nothing really bad about this player. He's a future Hall of Famer if he stays healthy. He's not hit his prime yet. He's 20. He just turned 26. He's not 36. He's got at least another, he hasn't entered his prime. He won't be finishing his prime for another 8 years. So you have to ask yourself, and do you really want to see him going on another team far away? Go to the Red Sox. And I would mention, this was something that Randy Miller said, and I don't necessarily believe this. I think they're delusional if they say this. But the Yankees are more fearful that he goes to the Red Sox than if he goes to the Mets. That is short-sighted. Because if he goes to the Mets, the whole swing of power in the city shifts from the Bronx to the Queens. And that hasn't happened in a long time. People are going to be going crazy talking about Juan Soto going to the Mets, that he's the final piece to that puzzle, a big piece of the championship puzzle that the Mets are trying to build here. And people are going to say, well, he didn't win the Yankees. He got into the World Series. For all those years Horseface was leading the Yankees, they didn't go to the World Series. They went to the World Series with Soto. So that's what I mean by, he is a difference maker. He makes your lineup better. I've talked for many years on this channel. The Mets needed a number 3 hitter. Okay, I never felt that Francisco Lindor was a number 3 hitter, and they proved me right. Because it took them until this year to bat him leadoff. He's a great leadoff hitter. You leave him alone, and that's it. He was never, in my view, a number 3 hitter. But this guy Soto, Mets haven't had a number 3 hitter like this since John Olerud. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. So that's why it's very important, just as a team, to bring a player in like him. Because he will make the Mets so much better day to day, and he never gets hurt. He's always, although we got a lot of nicks and bruises with the Yankees. Yankees deal with all kinds of injuries. They're always having to fix that hoof, that hoof that Horseface is always having a problem with. But I'll keep you updated. So you want to follow this channel, I'll give you as many updates as I can to you. This update went up very late. I was out most of the evening, so I didn't get home until just a little while ago. Had my dinner, late dinner, and here I am doing this wonderful video for you. Now, obviously, this is the time of giving. Now, I would mention that it is the time of giving, as you know, but I have plenty of products on here that you'd be interested in, hats, sweatshirts, If you have a wife or a lady friend that is getting sick of you saying that the amazing, spectacular, terrific, when you're in an amorous situation with her and you want to irritate her, get her a hat. Get a baseball hat. If you have a sense of humor. If you want to end a relationship, get her a baseball hat sticker. They have stickers on there still, I think. Well, anyway. Also send me super thanks for my amusing notes here. And of course, I want to thank you for coming by. And a super thanks isn't the thing we say thanks. I can take the thanks all I can take. It's a little donation for the channel. You do that, I would really appreciate it. Supports the channel. And of course, YouTube loves when you do that because it gives them money too. So, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later.